Hey guys, my name is Jasmine and today we're going to be curling in boxes. For this project you need paper, pencils, both color pencils and graphite pencils, Sharpie, and crayons. And this is what we're going to be making. Some of the vocabulary that we're going to be covering today are alternation, origami, repetition, texture, and variation. These are the instructions. If you want to follow along, click the link below. Okay, let's get started. So you're going to start off with one piece of paper. We're going to set the rest aside. We're going to need more paper later. So to start off, we're going to be we need a square from this one piece of paper. So we're gonna fold this across. We're gonna make one big triangle. We're gonna get as close to a straight edge on this side as you can. If it's not perfect, that's okay. Fold that, and with this rectangle down here, this is what we need to get rid of. So we're gonna fold it up to this bottom part of the triangle. And fold it back and forth a few times because we're gonna end up ripping it off. When you fold it back and forth a few times, that kind of makes it easier to rip off. And if you don't get a perfect tear whenever you're tearing off this rectangle, that's fine. It's completely fine. Okay, and keep this rectangle. We're going to need this rectangle later. Just set it aside for now. And this is your square that you're going to start off with, and this is how we're going to start our origami. Origami is the Japanese tradition of paper folding, and using origami today we're going to make a little box. So we have our square. You're going to fold it in half. Make sure you crease it well. Make sure that you really get this line really sharp. I'm gonna unfold it, fold it the other way. Same thing. And you're gonna unfold it again. And so now you kind of have like a window with your paper. And using this window, if you can see your 4 squares here, we're gonna fold each of those squares into triangles, kind of like a kite. Just go all the way around doing the same thing, leave it folded down. And again, if they're not perfect, if they're not lining up with each other, that's fine. We're going to be kind of flexible with this. So now you have 4 triangles. And from this, you have a middle ground where they all sort of meet. You're going to fold that in half again, or fold your edge up to the middle there. So you're kind of folding it by a fourth. And you're going to do this on all the sides. Unfold that. Let's go to your other sides. Just fold it up to the middle. Again, make sure that your lines are really sharp, make sure they're really flat, make sure your paper is really flat when you are folding. Then we're gonna undo that. And you're gonna take two of your ends and you're gonna unfold them. You're gonna fold up the sides. And these two sides right here are the two sides to our boxes. Now we're gonna do the other two sides. So to do this, where the corner is right here, that's gonna end up being the inside of the box. So on both sides of your box, you're gonna take that up, you're gonna pinch it, gonna fold this over, and now your triangle should be on the bottom of the box. And you're gonna do that to the other side now. Same thing. Fold that up and over. And again, that triangle should be at the bottom of your box. Now we're gonna get started on curling our papers. So the strip we had earlier, you're gonna take this. If you wanna color it, you can. I think it's fun to use different colors, even if it's just like a little hint. And you can also write notes, write, your wishes. I think it's also a fun game to play to see how many papers you can fit in your box. And if you're curious, I have 30 in this box. So when you're doing this, like I said, you can write on these, you can color them, you can grab paper from around your house if your parents don't need them, if your guardian doesn't need those papers, you can take those papers. It's just a fun little activity. You just tear your paper and you just curl it up. And you don't have to use just the scrap that you have. You can color both sides of your paper. I'm going to color a couple of them. And if you can kind of see this texture here on the edge of the paper, I think that makes it more fun. It kind of makes it more like almost like a landscape. It's more, it's coming from you. It's natural. It's not coming from like a robot. And each paper that you curl is going to be different. And that's where the variation comes in. And variation means change between multiple objects. So each of these papers are going to be different. They're going to have variation between them. Including their texture, how they look and feel. Create messages. Use different colors. This one's smaller than my other ones. That's fine. It's got kind of nice to have that variety and that variation in this project because they all don't look the same and they're all a little bit different. And this one's really tall, unlike my other ones. So, you just keep going until you fill up your box. If you want, you can do one piece of paper a day. You can write a note to yourself or tomorrow, like have a great day. Okay, so today we learned how to fold origami, which is the Japanese art of paper folding. And we made our box here, and we curled paper to go in that box. We learned about repetition, which is what we did with the papers. We just folded it several times, several different pieces of paper. We learned about variation, which are the different types of paper. Each one's a little bit different. We learned about texture, which is what they feel like and what they look like. Kind of fuzzy. And alteration, which is how something changes. So we had our paper, we had our full sheet of paper, we changed it to our box here, and then we changed it to our little curls here. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.